Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Ducks offense will have the opening possession of the game. A tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Here's the handoff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Right on the money. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy. You were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to turn the corner on the right.
I get it. It wasn't going to be a positive play. You weren't going to get a lot of yards, but I'd love to see you stick it up in there and hit somebody and finish the play with some physicality and at least pick up 1 or 2.
As long as you don't lose the football. It's already a bad play. Just don't make things worse.
Coach Rick used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. They're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Touchdown, Ducks! First score of the game goes up.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your your system, in your scheme, he knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Dropping back, it's Bickley. Looking left. Makes the catch. It's Jones. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Irish send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off play action on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On the run, still looking. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get 3 from way downtown. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Leaves it with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between it.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And, boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Leaves it with the back. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard.
Turning it on! He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. He's piled up 65 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Fires a ball, now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Wants to throw. It's Bickley. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a man. It's Bickley. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. So dangerous as a return man, and you see why there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the ground with the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No serve, no moss, get it together.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Garrison. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
He wants to change this route. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David His best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Bickley. He'll pull it down. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Daniels. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bickley. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Got his man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Bickley. Under fire. Makes the grab. It's Daniels. There he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I love the pass rush here by the defense. 2 straight plays with their backs against the wall. Does not get better than that.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pocket breaking down. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Absolutely perfect. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. To the air, it's Bickley. The sure hands, it's Cantrell. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Slips away. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Face to grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Shakes off the defender. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on first down from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown Notre Dame! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quick completion on the out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Man, they have been great on fourth down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. They'll send the back in motion. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Didn't get much done on that front. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Just ran him over. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Looking downfield, it's Bickley. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Pulls it in. It's Jones. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he tacked on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's a heat. Looking for a big gain. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Bickley. The screen, he can go. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact at the 20. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And how about this confidence in their field goal kicker? They're going to pat him on the butt and say, go give us 3, big fella. No good. An opportunity to really build this lead goes by the boards, but it's still a 19-point game. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Caught behind the line. It's Dennis. Ball is loose. And they fumbled the thing out of bounds, but they maintained possession, but it'll be right at the previous line of scrimmage. Give to the running back. Across the 10. He's inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Irish! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll test the right side. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown Ducks! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Dennis. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They go to the wide receiver screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Snap and a spike to stop the clock.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cantrell. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.